Okay. Hello, sorry about the audio spiking. I'm having a little bit... Okay, I was having a little bit of issue with my setup. Things should be working now. Okay. So let's look at this again. I feel like this is a prime example of something that must be part of Dragonfogel's like room building style. Did Dragonfogel make this level? Who made this level again? I think I remember that there was like 2 rooms that someone made and then someone else made the rest of them. But like it's this room and this room had the same thing going on. It feels like in some way the room is specifically asking me to do one thing, but really expecting me to do something else. I'm not sure how better to describe it than that. So I'll just try... So, like, I can admit that there is some objective sense in which that's clever and interesting thing to do in a room, but I also can't help but feel just really annoyed when I find out that's what the room is doing. I guess I need to do that there. Maybe it just has to do with a bias from me really liking rooms that just ask you to set things up and then make them go. I'm not completely sure of the best way to do this, but I'm going to take a guess. Screwed this up. Got things upside down and backwards and sideways somehow. I don't really see how this trick really involves the Slayer specifically either, but... Have I messed up? Maybe I can get that with the next column. I'm not 100% sure if this way of trying to do it will work. Although I don't really know for sure how else to try to do it. Yeah, I don't really have a way to make that work. I need to still think about this in the editor a little bit. Let's see. There's basically only a few shapes that I know will more or less use enough of the available space. One of them is an L shape and a back and forth of some sort. Yeah, something like that. So first, if I had this, would it work? I don't think so. This goes around a corner. So not that one. Because I only have access to these 3 tiles, so I can effectively only pull things west on this, in this pair of rows. I think I've got this off by a bit. Hang on. Yeah, the plate should be a little farther south. I think. And also this should be farther south. I suppose that means my testing was wrong anyway. But yeah, I effectively have access to these 2 here. I suppose I don't really need a good shape, I just need a complete wall that involves at least 1 golem. Oh, but I need the golem to... yeah. So if I did this, I need the golem to move rather than getting immediately stabbed. So that should work. If I could do that, that would work. And there's more than enough to do that. Pretty sure. Okay. Yeah, I can get one there, it just has to come from the northmost set. Right, you just sit there for a minute. Two of those. Rather, three. Two for the wall and one to be mobile. But the mobile one has to come out first. Somehow. What I should be doing is probably something a little different. make it work this way. Yeah, that should work. Just don't kill the one I actually want to keep alive. Maybe I need to put the hole somewhere else. not sure there's any way to actually get the golem in between me and the Slayer like this. Ah. No, that wasn't going to work anyway because it has to be north in the north 2 rows anyway. Okay. Remember what I'm trying to do, then that would help. that to stay there, but there's no way to make that stay there. Ugh. I need this, but with a golem body right there. There. I think that will work, maybe? Hopefully. You should stab that one. I should have unlimited time to kill that one. Oh, I have to time this? Why? Why is he not pathing to? What closed that door? What? Yeah, there's no way to make anything like this work. Nothing involving a mobile golem can possibly work if the door just closes like that, and there's no way to make him make a wisp afterward. Like, the only way that you can make use of a mobile golem is if it completely blocks his way and then afterward changes his path. There's no other way for that to be useful. This is why I thought you had to make a specific shape and leave it. Because if that door closes, then there's no way to make a wisp happen, so there's no way for the Slayer to move after a golem changes his path. But I'm really coming around to hating this room, honestly. What it's asking is not what it looks like it's asking. It is way too specific, and it's way too fiddly to set it up. The only places the golem can actually be that I would be able to interfere with are these 3 exact spots. I can't see any way whatsoever for a Slayer to first have a Wisp go all the way through and then somehow be delayed by moving one of these golems, and then still make it to the plate. I can see no way to do all 3 of those things with the available resources and shapes that I could make. Like, I can make the Wisp get to me and then I can block it, or I can prevent the Wisp from getting to me and then I can unblock the way. But that's basically it.
Provide me some special now make many holes in your skin.
now there is no way to make the Slayer go up to the plate. Did I get the room geometry wrong? Because that seems impossible. This looks to be the exact same. If I stand here, the Slayer's Wisp goes all around. But if I ever dare to interrupt the Wisp with anything, then he will no longer be capable of reaching the plate whatsoever. Even if I stand right here, he won't move.
Sword up, little man.
There's not even any way to make him go north after his Wisp is gone. I can't actually go over there. I can only go to here and west of it. So yeah, there's literally no way for this to work that involves interrupting the Wisp with a golem. Because if you even try to do that, he just won't go north. How exactly are you supposed to get past this problem? He will not go to the plate if there has ever been anything to interrupt his Wisp at any point. Like, he won't even try to go north.
Provide me some small challenge, please.
Well, then there's definitely no way to do anything with a live golem, because the only thing you could do with a live golem is interrupt the Wisp. He will not make a new Wisp because the door is closed, and there is no way for him to move up there if there isn't a Wisp. So you can only generate one path for the Wisp, and then he has to follow the entire path of the Wisp. So there is no way for a mobile rock golem to be useful in
Take a
this
step
room.
now. Die with grace.
Makes it useless. as well just only be in wherever it ends. I really can't envision any shape that would make doing this remotely useful. That's about what I expected. Aside from everything else that makes this impossible to use, the wisp will generally just back up and recompute its path. I think this is still too many. Even if this worked and was possible to set up. This still uses too many tiles and will probably be a massive pain to set up. Four. Oh, I guess that is the correct number. Because that's 12 and then 3 more and then 1 more. Okay. Try to do that. just so close to being a nice, satisfying setup and let it run solution. Yeesh. Okay, maybe this room won't take me 3 entire weeks to find a solution to, despite the fact that it apparently requires doing the previous room to do it. What are we doing here? Something weird going on with that. I guess that's just for the soldier horn, though. What's the idea with all this? I do need to be rid of all the tar stuff at some point. Then you take invisibility and summon a soldier. And the soldier will kill this roach, I think. Okay. So there's a lot of mess going on in that part of the room,
Ready to take a death nap?
so I'll need the Slayer's help to do some double cutting on those and to deal with the gel. And then I need him to finish a tar blob somewhere while I'm out of the room.
I feel the smallest sense of this is a good place for you to die. Ready to take a death nap? Die with remove with an awkwardness that I will remove with an awkwardness that pains me. take a death nap?
Okay. Alright then. This was significantly, massively, monumentally easier than the room that came before it, and didn't seem to require knowing anything that that room was supposed to teach to do it. I don't know why this was locked behind that room. I guess I'll try not taking the speed potion then. What's the idea here?
Did you not see this outcome?
Okay. I just don't know why these two really pretty easy rooms, medium to easy I guess, are locked behind an excruciatingly ultra difficult room. Maybe this room wasn't found that hard by the testers, but I just don't know of any good reason for this green door to be here in the first place. I don't know. I guess that's the last room in Murderous Manufactory, other than this secret room, which I think I found kind of incomprehensible and I don't want to deal with right now. Oh, and apparently a possibly multiple room exam of the level.
I bring the hook!
Okay. He drinks the hook. I think. He might have said something else. What am I meant to do to start with? I don't know.
Provide me some small challenge, please.
Huh. Well, I can get him onto that hot tile, but I don't know if I can get him on that hot tile facing north. He's almost always going to be facing diagonally if I'm pushing him around like that. Oh, there we go, I guess. Somehow that worked. Okay.
Sort up, little man.
Now what? Don't see anything else in this room that toggles that door. Huh. I have a suspicion that this is a room you have to clear twice for whatever reason. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. What? Oh, for goodness sakes. Could you maybe try to not get yourself killed? Thanks. What am I supposed to do at this point? Like, I can't have him die before I light this fuse. Then I guess I'm supposed to somehow kill him afterward. And I guess that's not too hard. If a little silly.
My hook yearns to meet you. Die with grace. You move with an awkwardness that pains me.
Is that good? Did I want that to happen? I don't know. Probably. What is he even doing? Why do you think that orb would be useful, man?
Yes. Lie down and stop breathing for me. Ready to take a death nap?
Now what?
I shall now make many holes in your skin. Ready to take a death nap?
Yeah, how is this supposed to work? There is no way to go west.
My name is Bethro.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way to get to the west side of this room.
slayer. You can run, but you cannot obscure yourself. You can run, but you cannot obscure. My hook yearns to meet you. You can run, but you cannot obscure yourself. Your life has reached its end. I bring the hook. A slayer comes for you.
Well, there's no way to reach that in time. Clearly.
Your life has reached. I bring the hook. Brave or I bring the hook. Brave or fear. Brave or fear.
I absolutely hate puzzles based on prevent the thing that spawns at the room edge from spawning.
A slayer comes for
I think that's a terrible thing to base a puzzle on, and I don't see how it's any good as a puzzle. And I don't know what I'm supposed to be able to do about it here, since that thing is too far away to conceivably get to it before this happens. Is that not what this is? Maybe that's not what it is. Well, I don't see what that has to do with anything. Whatever. Fine. I mean, it's not really a mechanic, it's more of a side effect. More of an accident than an intentional thing that was designed.
has reached its end.
Whatever.
Die.
Okay then. Is that the last actual room of this entire giant level? Of course not, we're still not done. Uh-oh. What? What are you doing? You're a delver. You should be running away from me.
Provide me some small challenge.
Okay. Oops. Guess someone didn't watch where he was going.
Did you not see this outcome? Yeah, I feel the smallest sense. Yes. Lie down and stop breathing. Did you not see this outcome? Lie down and stop breathing. I feel the smallest sense of accomplishment.
I'm sure I'm supposed to recreate what happened in the entrance somehow, but I
My
don't.
hook reaches
There's
far
not really
up,
enough
little
room
man.
to like get away from him and reorganize which way I'm facing and which way he's facing. Okay, fine. Do I want this? I guess. I don't know.
This is a good place for you to die. This is a good place for you to die.
You're trapped now, Delver. There's no escape for me. You really think that? I guess you're gonna be real mad when I get out of here. Foolish, Delver. You'll never find a way out.
Die with grace. Did you not see this outcome? Yes. Lie down and stop breathing.
Now I have even less room to work with to do something.
Lie down and stop breathing. This is a good place for you to die. Yes. Lie down and stop breathing. This, my hope, reaches far. Did you not see this outcome? Yes. Did you not see? Yes. Lie down and stop breathing.
What am I actually supposed to do?
Lie down and stop breathing. My hope reaches far. Yes. Lie down and stop breathing. I feel the smallest sense of accomplishment. Yes. Lie down and stop breathing.
I do not know how to make him step back into that force arrow.
Yes. Lie down and stop breathing. I feel. Yes. Lie down and stop breathing. This is a good place for you to die.
Okay then. Somehow that worked. Alright then. Ugh. So many vats. What are all these? And what connection do they have with the Slayers? Whatever it is, this can't be any good. I'd better shut it all down before I move on. That should do it. Now to get out of here. That's taken care of, that alright. You know, it's not as fancy as an explosion, but I guess it does the job. Huh. Really? Huh. Hilarious. obviously. The room is still technically... Briar's gone. I mean, there's a place for him to go into and be. Oh, okay. There's even supposed to be dialogue if you do it right. Looks like you're the one with no way out. No, my defense, it was flawless. Where did I go wrong? You picked a fight with Beethrow Bloodcomb. That's where you messed up. Okay. That's a pretty nice alternate timeline. It's just that there's a hole for the Slayer to go into, so I thought I'm supposed to push him into that hole. If the hole wasn't there and it was just whatever shape without that, then I would have probably tried to kill him, I guess. Oops, don't do that. Holes demand to be filled, right? What do I want to happen here? I don't know. I guess it'd be real nice if he'd hit that. But the tunnel makes that impossible to do. This way, at least. Oh, there we go.
I will. Lie down and stop breathing. Did you not see this outcome? This is a good place for you to die.
A little awkward, cramped this area is. Oh well.
Ready to take a death nap?
I could really only do that because this is a three-way intersection.
You move with an awkwardness that pains me. I feel the smallest sense of did you not see this outcome? Did you not see this outcome? You move with an awkwardness that I feel the smallest sense of accomplishment. Did you not see this? Did you not see this outcome? I feel the smallest sense of accomplishment. Yes. I am ready to take a death nap. Suit up, little man. Ready to take a death nap? Did you not see this outcome?
Alright. That is this entire level. This is your final chance to turn back. If you enter the control room, you leave me no choice but to deal with you personally. Ophiogus. I'm gonna at least peek my head in this, I guess, exam. A lot of books. A couple of doors that dramatically opened themselves. So you intend to pursue me into the control tower. I suppose I should remind you that it's not too late to turn back. The only thing that awaits you in this place is death. You will not stop me. The castle will fall. Primary control tower. First floor. At the very back of the machine, a forbidding wall of blackened stone rose out of the cavern and stretched above Bethro as high as he could see. The noise was never-ending and all around him now, the clatter of gears and chains, the shudder and crash of colossal counterweights, and every now and then, just when you least expected it, the sudden whistle of steam like the last desperate cry of a forgotten ghost. This was the very heart of it all, the place where everything came together. This, Bethro knew, was where Ophiogus must have fled to some kind of eyrie at the top of the tower. Eyrie? Probably Eyrie. And this was where he would find him and bring him to heel at last. He just had to find his way through the tangle of machinery. The same sort of clutter he had just been dealing with, only more compact, more centralized, more chaotic. It couldn't be that much worse, surely. Okay. What's this chest? It looks like the perfect size to put my sword away for a while. And to be honest, I do get tired of lugging it around all the time. Well, it's good to know that that's there in case I need it. This is a little silly. What are the rules? It's a little weird. Okay. I'm sure understanding how that works won't be vitally important or anything. That's a lot of gentry eyes. Where does the mimic go? Well, somehow I've got to activate that. So I think I need a multi-push with several mimics to do that, but I guess the only way I'm getting more mimics is if I stun the gentry eye while taking a potion, like that. Then I'll need to push him into one of these traps. There we go. Should I be watching which way I'm facing when I take these potions? There's nothing in this room that would let me easily reorient them, but I could always stun them to change change which way they're facing, I guess. How do I get out another potion? If I had one facing east and one facing north, and they were in exactly the right relative places to me, then I could probably move diagonally to do this. Facing north needs to be south. The one facing east needs to be west. And I need to do this in a way that does not get the remaining mimic trapped or killed. I guess this won't exactly work because I need to move into a place where the caper is going to be. Yeah. realize there's already a caper there. But could you not? But I think I could fix this if it was facing this way when that one was facing east instead. That maybe? That doesn't work either. Don't know how else to do this. Could I push Throw onto a potion? Maybe? Would he drink it if I did that? Maybe? For that, I need this one to be facing the same way as that one. That's not right. This one needs to turn that way while that one is facing, is turning to face northeast. It's entirely possible at the setup where you get the first gentry I was supposed to give me the right set of facings, but I don't necessarily trust that to be the case. Right, I need to do that. To do that. And I need for the other one to be going from facing this way, the same as this one, facing southeast, with me here to facing east. So I want the third one to face exactly the same way as this one. This, but I need that one to be over several tiles to the west of where it is now. Okay. I mean east, not west. Can't wait to have to manage 20 mimics all at once to make this multi-push work. It'll be very fun. What? Really? Then what am I supposed to do exactly? I guess it should have occurred to me earlier when I accidentally killed a mimic against a potion that that's going to happen, but still. What else can I do here? Thought of these two like this and another one facing northeast to hit that one, but I see that this is impossible to make work because again there's a caber directly where I need to go. Maybe straight north like this. No, because then the third one would have to be facing northeast, and so it would have its caber directly in the way of Bethro. As far as I can tell, this is impossible. Because if I want to take one of these potions, then I have to stun both of the adjacent gentrii. I can't do that by going due east, because there's no movement east that would stun this one. So I have to do it by coming in at a diagonal. But if I come in at a diagonal, then what has to happen is that a mimic has to be facing like some way that would hit this, and a mimic has to be facing some way that will hit this. But any placement of a mimic such that a diagonal movement would hit this is also a placement that gets the stick directly in the way of Beethro going where he needs to go. Like that. The other diagonal. This one. Okay, I must be... I guess I'm getting really tired already, because that seems like it should be a really obvious one. Did I try that and it didn't work, or did I just not try that? That should require both of them to face the same way, and to be stacked. This is a little bit annoying to set up, but... that should work, right? Okay. I'm not really sure why I had so much trouble seeing that possibility. Now I just need to get them somehow lined up with Beethro. That works. Okay, great. So that fixes the main problem of the first part of the room. Now we have a secondary problem of putting the Gentrii away in their box, which shouldn't be that hard, maybe? I don't expect that I need the roach for anything. I really hope I don't need the roach for anything, but I put it that way, because that would be really dumb. The Gentrii without dying or killing any of my mimics. I probably went on my wrong. Okay, let's try to get better control over the situation. Yeah, something like this is better. Now just don't lose a mimic to the fire traps and we'll be good. Okay, and then 5 of them could go in the box to the west. Maybe. Now the mimics are perfectly in my way. Okay. 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 That takes care of the main obstacle to starting the room. Now, having started the room, I just need to get mimics into a good position to multi-push directly onto that combo token. It seems like I shouldn't need every single one of them to do that. The really unfortunate thing about multi-pushing is that it matters what order their move order is. Please. So I could probably try to set up something like that. In which case I really should only need 4 of them, I think. What order are these in? There. Can't quite perfectly get them in position like this. Would I not be better off trying to create this horizontally? Not the friendliest room geometry to fiddling with and sorting out mimics, I must say. Just kind of some arbitrary stuff is around, and that's about it. I suppose I'm making it a little bit harder than it needs to be by trying not to take a potion unless I need it. Still low. Okay. Okay. And so I need 4 to be at the top. Don't care. There we go. Alright. You literally only need 1 more mimic than the 3 that you can get without opening the middle section, but you have to open that section anyway because there's a roach there. Okay. Okay. Well, the weird treasure chest mechanic is in this room. I don't know if it's relevant to this room. It looks like actually solving this room means going into this part down here. You also can do this for some reason. Sure. I guess I'm supposed to drop the sword to do that then. Okay. This is sort of a weird tacked on extra thing for this room for this level to have. Oh well. This partially explains what's supposed to be going on with this room, I guess. What am I actually supposed to do here?
Right now, you can run, but you cannot obscure yourself.
Okay, I guess that's bad. I don't know. This closes the door. This explodes a thing. Which I guess is good. I don't know. I guess the rattlesnake is just a very fancy timer for some reason. Okay. Does it matter that that exploded? I guess that lets the Slayer through. Sure. What? I mean, I guess I can kind of make him stand there as long as I want. Maybe not. What? I mean, this is pretty much as long of a path as you can get. I guess I messed it up a little bit, but... Do I just... I don't think this works. It'll just skip across, right? Yeah, it'll just skip straight across if I do that. So there has to be enough space for it to decide to turn around. So this is basically optimal. Guess I can also do this. It's about as optimal as it's possible to be with this. If it doesn't skip anything. What's with this? Don't really see where I could gain any time at all. Maybe I'm supposed to do something like this. Apparently this just arbitrarily does that. So no, it's not really possible to gain anything beyond that. You have to have a gap, because otherwise it just skips. What is it doing? It didn't do this last time.
A slayer comes for you.
pretty confident that is as long of a path as can possibly be made here. Like, that's a wisp in basically every tile that you could hope for it to be. And somehow that's not enough. Like, you can't fill any more tiles with wisp because otherwise it'll just skip past it.
A slayer comes for you.
Pretty sure this is worse, not better. Yeah, for one thing, that's worse because it skips past things, which is bad, so we can't have that. Yeah, there's no way for it to not skip past things if you're using it, trying to use that. Where exactly is there space I could be using and am not using here? Assuming I do it right. That's not a good sign. Well, it seems like I must be very close. I'm like 4 turns away from having enough. But where exactly am I supposed to gain 4 turns? I was thinking about whether it's possible to try to make him start at the southeast, go to the northwest, and then go down. But there's absolutely no way for that to work because you need every tile that's on the outside as turnaround tiles to get back into the arrow maze. that's what I would do if the arrow maze was maybe one tile smaller on every side. I would be inclined to do that, or maybe 2 tiles wider or something. I mean, if there was more open space around the arrow maze, then something like that might be doable. But really, literally every tile that could conceivably be part of a Slayer's path, without him making a shortcut, is used in this path. There is no more room to be had. And I'm pretty confident that this is structured so that you can't use the force arrows to interrupt the Slayer midstream, because if you do, then it will just make him repath. And when he repaths, then he will close the door. So that's impossible to do. Alright, well, I guess I'll stop here for today. I'm just going to take a screenshot of this path. Alright, well, I wanted to quit a little bit early today for some other reasons, so I'll just... need a save here. Okay. So, for the moment, thank you for watching. I guess that one room in Murderous Manufactory is just somehow extremely directly incompatible with my brain. But... hopefully nothing else will be quite as horrible as that in a single room, for a while at least. As far as I know, next week should be the same as usual. So, see you then.